Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Well, hey, today I got a message about training a dog for bite work. Now, Glenn called me and wanted to know if I would train his dog for personal protection. Well, the first things I start asking, I start kind of feeling people out and where they're going to be in this whole dedication of a bite dog, okay? So, I've had a lot of dogs that are mine that have come back to me and wanted to train for bite work. Well, dedication is huge. It's not always about the money. It's about the dog and where you're going to take it and how far you're going to take it. Now, a lot of people get into it and it's fun. It is literally a blast to train a bite dog to get out there and work. I loved it. Okay, I was into Shilton for a while. Had a great trainer, Decoy, could read a dog like anything. I learned so much. So getting into training was just huge for me, and I loved it. But again, it's a massive dedication. And I had a hard time every once in a while because I also was a breeder. So there were times when we were, delivering puppies on training day. So I'd miss a training day. But this is what I always tell everybody. Are you willing to give me 1 to 2 years of every weekend dedication to train your dog to bite? Most people can't, okay? I mean, you can miss some. It's not a big issue, but here's the deal. I won't start teaching a dog to bite a human unless I know that dedication is there. For the fact that it is fun to get your dog to bite, and it is fun for them. They truly enjoy it. But here's the deal. We train them to bite. We build this dog up. We amp them up. We'd start working on grips and, taking a nice deep mouth on that sleeve and going for it. And, this is what you're trying to get them to do. You're trying to get them to take a nice hold. Then, once we get that good hold going and we get everything, working well there in the bite, now we switch to the control. Offing them, outing them off that sleeve, having that control to come back to the owner. All the obedience around it. But a lot of people only want to go through the bite training. My dog bites, my dog bites. You have to also have the control. If you miss that step, you have created a massive liability for yourself. Now, see, most trainers don't even want to touch a dog like that if the person isn't going to dedicate their time. Now, I see it all the time. A lot of people will come to me who have my dogs and they want to train their dog to bite. But when I look back at it, they're not coming to training now. And that's kind of how I judge it out. If you can't come to training and work with your dog, I won't train your dog to bite. For the fact they have a natural instinct. And sometimes that is the best way to play it out. You have a dog that has this natural instinct to protect you. You have good obedience on that dog. You have a good recall. And that's exactly what you want for, like protection around your home. They will protect you. But if you get in and start training a dog to bite a human. Now, what happens is, say I'll give you a scenario. I came back from training one day. We had just pulled in. 2 guys pulled in to talk about dog stuff. We're standing there talking. And the one gentleman lunges forward. I can't remember what you're talking about, but he was just going through something. And he kind of lunged out at me. Well, Dan stood up on his hind legs and went for this guy's arm that he had swung out. So luckily for me, we'd already finished this part of protection training. I just put him right back beside me, gave him his command, and he dropped right next to me. I thought the guy was going to have to clean his pants out, but I have to stop and tell him, hey, no sudden movements. Don't come at me. Don't make a gesture towards me. He will take your arm. Now, see, for me, lucky we had already hit that point, so I knew I had complete control of this dog. But if you don't, and you're not aware of what's going on in the situation, he would have taken that guy's arm. And that would have been a massive liability for me. So training the dedication, and there's always some cost in it. So if you, Glenn, if you want to do this, it's wonderful. It is an amazing sport, and the bond you create with your dog is fantastic. I loved it. But you got to dedicate it. You can't just go, hey, I'm going to teach my dog to bite tomorrow and then go home. You know, my dog bit a sleeve, now I'm going to build him up and, you know, take him out in the world. It's very crucial you finish every single step. And, you know, the people that come to me, if you cannot come to training every single weekend and work on this, I won't do it. Because I do not ever want to create a dangerous dog. I mean, first off, we're already dealing with dogs. And some of them are a little higher strung than others. And some of them are a little more protective than others. So you just have to be very careful. But Glenn, if you want to do it, find a group. Find an amazing Schutzhund group, IPO, French ring, whichever way you want to go. Find a group with an amazing trainer. If you need any help, shoot me a message. I know a lot of them that are around here that are wonderful people and will help you. My biggest thing is, you know, your decoy needs to be able to be a seasoned decoy and be able to read dogs, because your dog can get injured if you do not have a really good seasoned decoy that can read your dog, handle your dog, knows how to swing your dog, knows how to catch your dog. It's very important. So you guys, thank you so much. Glenn, I hope this helps you, and shoot me a message, what you'd like to do, and I'll do a little research to see if I can find you a really good group near you, or even a trainer near you that I think would do really well with your dog and the time you want to put into it. So you guys, if you want to train your dogs to bite, I'll recommend it, but I don't recommend it. You just have to know where everybody stands. The family, kids involved, because all it takes is one child to give that command. And we all know how that could go. You know, it's one of the reasons you never, back in the days, we used to train them to sick 'em. Well, every kid knew that word. I actually got bit by a neighbor's dog across the street because my brother said sick 'em. And that dog nailed me. I think I was probably 12. So, very crucial that you do it the right way. So you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. This is a short one today, but it is one. So you guys, shoot me some messages. I like to get into details of dogs' minds. So if you have a dog doing a bad behavior, I like to really dabble in how dogs think, how their minds are working, things that trigger them and don't trigger them. Because, you know, a dog is very easy to train, but that little mind is a pretty complex little machine. And they do not think like us. So if you come to me and say, my fur baby needs to be trained, I won't train you. Fur babies. Whew. Okay, you guys, hey, have a great day. It is a beautiful day here in Oregon. Sun is out. I plan on hopping on the mower and zipping around the pasture and get the training field mowed down. Got a garden to do. Got a garden to start. Lots of work. So you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sun if it's sunny in your area. You guys have a great time. We'll talk to you soon. See you later.